find where these people went. So, where we want to go, Dark Mesa is this away? There. But it's up. How do we get up? Can we get up? Nah. We'll figure it out.
Dusk Mesa. Now I need to find someplace too high to reach, if I'm to believe anything Fernand said.
I think it's that right there. Try this again. We see any of the white surfaces? There's a bunch back there. Go up, honey. There you go. Understand. Is this supposed to get higher? Oh. Okay. I don't get it. So, I know I have to get up there. I just don't know how to get up there. No, what? Go down. No, 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 no! Frack. Go over. What are you doing? Yeah, see, that doesn't even have white on it. No, don't grab it! No, stop! Grab, no, no, no! Go down! Son of a... Frack.
What do you know? And it's empty.
Spear girl!
Of course.
You found it. The perfect location for an ambush. Now throw down that magnificent spear, and we'll let you live.
You've obviously heard of me. You know what I'm capable of. Why do you think this will turn out well for you?
I like the odds. Get her!
Why do I bother?
You're not walking away from this! The sun demands it!
Does it?
That's the last of them. But Fernand ran off. Right to the Meridian docks, I'll bet.
So we'll have to come back here, or we'll have to go back to the town. But in the meantime, we will take care of this. Let's grab these things. Any little jerk said anything good? Fine, whatever. So, right off the bat, if you're planning on ambushing somebody, make sure you have high ground and you have the person surrounded. It's not an ambush if you don't have high ground. Like, of course they're gonna have the upper hand. Oh no, we're just cutting straight through the forest, people. Come on now. Of course we're cutting through the forest. Would we not? Why would we follow the path? Nobody follows paths. This is the Wild Kingdom. Okay, here it is. It's right here. That's very spooky.
Great. Full of bandits and this Tanox warrior, too.
I thought that was a giant, like, monster. It was not.
Land's thirsty for rain. Me, not so much.
My guy's over there? Where'd he go? Kill him. Where is he? He's over here now?
Too close!
Dang it.
Too fast to be Karja. What are you? Yeah! You're too fast to be Karja. What are you? Prove yourself worthy of a mark on my skin.
Okay.
You're too fast to be Karja. What are you? Yeah!
Climbing up there.
You don't know where I am?
I've not killed one of your tribe before. Good. I'll dance with your blood. Do not fear death. Beckon it. I've not killed one of your tribe before. Yeah!
Girl?
You're too fast to be Karja. What are you?
Why can't I climb up here?
Prove yourself worthy of a mark on my skin. Too fast.
I keep letting go of both buttons.
My
No way we could have talked about this, huh?
all the Karja did was talk. Talk, bleed, talk and shackle me. But you fought like a Tanakh. I'd have taken you for my child.
You can't just take a child.
The strong take from the weak. And in the taking, I'm made stronger. These stories, pricked into my skin. Look. Children, riches, lives, and land. All of these have been mine. Drink of my blood, and they'll live on.
No, Uya. I've got enough stories to carry.
Ooh. That was the one we were trying to... Ha! It moved us to, like, where they wanted the story to actually happen. Because we were over there, weren't we? That's really funny.
Forget about traveling light.
Girl, calm down. I'm a hoarder. Deal with this. Okay? Deal with this. This guy. And then I killed a couple people in the water. And then there were some people over there. Oh. Well, should I do the bandit camp? Okay. Yeah, go.
So they woke up.
Oh, bull!
You're gonna get a mouthful of hurt.
Am I? Ah!
Get it together, you son of...
Well, I apparently did the death from above thing. I didn't want to, but I did it. Okay.
Yep, someone's climbing up.
No, nobody's climbing up. Everybody's fine. Everybody's fine here, sir. I'm sorry. I'm an intern. That's why you haven't seen my face before, but trust me, everything's fine. Sir, it's perfectly fine. I'm supposed to be here. We liberated a bandit camp. Okay. Hey, now there's a guy here. Hi. Great, because I got some crap to sell to you. I bet I don't need... Probably don't need all this stuff, right? Right. 1, 2, 1, 2... 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, here we go. Perfect. Do you have any cool stuff I don't have? No, you don't. Okay. Treasure boxes, free sample pack. And, well, I mean... Thank you, sir. Thank you for helping me with my gambling addiction. Lost 5. Gain 10. So we hit even. Wait. No, gain 5. Gain 5. Hey, we're up 10! Yay! We succeeded. Oh, we'll take that. Chill water can chill. Ha! Get it? Take that. Okay. Ooh, should I sell him some mods? Oh, I should be talking to him to trade. I would like to sell some modifications. Don't need that one. 28, 24, 24, 22. But 8. We don't need all those. Wow, 41 fire? That's pretty big. We're not getting a lot of the shock. So one thing I would like to do, I like how this turned into like a nice happy camp now. Probably should have looted everybody before. Oh. I don't think very well, I'm sorry, when it comes to this kind of stuff. Hopefully they just have, we won't trade with him again. So, because that would just be silly and useless, so. killed a lot of people here. So, you know. Oh, I can't jump over the... Fine. I'll take the long way in. Excuse me, this is my prey. I like how they're all just like sitting here like blah blah blah, everything's fine. There's just dead bodies everywhere and a girl running around picking them up. Excuse me, this is mine. This is also mine. Alright, let's go back and read that. Oh, we also needed to read that other thing. What scares me? World. From Izzy Mandel to Merc Olslow. What scares me? Merc. Remember what I told you in my last message about how scared I am? Well, I figured out what scares me, and it's not the bots. I mean, yeah, they're horrifying, but when we finally come face to face, I'll either live or die. And the starkness and simplicity of that binary is, well, reassuring. What scares me is how much I like this. How a dew feels in my hands. The kick of my koi gun. Jesus, Merc, we live in a squat for 3 years. Matching mohawks. Spent our days throbbing off razor wings and dusters. Nights thrashing off slum funks gigs. We were goddamn anarchists. And now this? This? Discipline, jargon, uniforms. And I like it. That's what terrifies me, Merc. No crisp and reassuring binary here. I'm loving what I hate, or hated. So does that mean my entire life was just a pose? Or that the person I was is already dead? I don't know. I try to tell myself it's a different kind of war. Survival, not profit. I try to tell myself it's just a different kind of direct action. I mean, what are the bots if not the ultimate capitalist stooges, right? But things just tire me out. All I know is we've got to fight until Zero Dawn is ready. If I end up surviving this, guess I can worry about my politics then. Love to you and little Sid, Izzy. It said part of the name of the game! Alright, so we did need to read History of Sunfall. So let's read History of Sunfall. History of Sunfall. Scanned glyphs. The History of Sunfall. After the vanishing of the Radiant Irving and his cohort in the west, the Radiant Bastid ordered a mighty fortress built at the Sundom's furthest reach. His luminance chose to build atop ancient ruins, reasoning the ancients must have seized upon the location for strategic value. Of the ancients, their works of too smooth gray stone and scraggly carved metal were collapsed or built over, and the catacombs sealed off. Only the stone ring, perhaps used for some unknowable ritual, was left in place to serve the garrison as a training ground. Even though its buildings and soldiers lived in fear of the land where the sun goes at night, the finished walls of the fortress were mighty and unshakable. His luminance and his high priest, the infutable Phasm, named it Sunfall under the blazing eye of the sun, and by the light it was good. No doubt the radiant Bastide Prudence Honor denied his lingering hope that his brother might one day be sighted again. But no great threat would come from the west in his lifetime, nor did it come from the next 3 generations. The records showed the men of Sunfall fought many bandits and scourges sulking in the Rush Wash, and a dangerous stampede of behemoths in the Long Burn. In time, Sunfall slipped from common memory until the 6th year of the 11th Sun King's reign, when the radiant Marzid himself came to inspect it. In the desert heat, his luminance received a vision of an ornate citadel with a dome of metal so polished it would greet the dawn, and cast the rays of the sun's light shining at dusk. At once he ordered the dedication of the Sun Dome's resources to build the structure. After its construction, his luminance took the citadel as his summer palace, bringing with him many members of the Sun Court, nobles and artisans. In time, Sunfall became a city unto itself, and the source of great works such as Passion of the Tall Neck Among the Dunes, Turning Seasons at Bronze Flash, and Lament for Cinnabar Sands. The stone training ring was repurposed for shows of pageantry, where young blazons or hunters' lodge hawks could display the sun's dominance over the machines. Sunfall's prominence in the culture of the Sundom continued for many years, until the Sun King Marzid's untimely demise in the citadel he so treasured. For his possession back to the All Light, a line of torches was laid all the way across the daybreak, so that over the days and nights of his bearing he might always go in light. The departed king's brother, the Radiant Habas, was occupied wholly with renewing the solidarity of the Sundom, and with the old Sun King's passing, so too passed his chapter in Sunfall's history. In the early years of the 13th Sun King's Jaran reign, before the falling of his shadow, a particularly harsh season came upon the Sand Whisper Valley. Upon hearing that the storms could strip the very detailing off armor, he decreed that the strongest among his guard should be trained in the desert here and named Kestrels. Indeed, Helios, who would become the most infamous of the Kestrels, was one of the first to survive his reforging by sun and sand here. In the 15th year of the Sun King Jaran's reign, when the sacrifices in the Sun Ring were judged insufficient to calm the derangement of the machines, he presided over the bloodening of the Ring of Sunfall. A trapped behemoth was driven with spears and spurred over slaves of the Osarum and the Aturu. When the beast turned upon the Kestrels, the Sun King stood and declared that the sun, in its great generosity, would accept the sacrifice of faithless and faithful alike. So began a fearful era for Sunfall, of sacrifices unending in its sun ring, and the citadel whispered of as a place where no light shone. Many upstanding citizens of the Sundome were taken inside its doors to disappear as surely as if they had journeyed to the Forbidden West. In the last days of the Sun King Jaran's reign, Sunfall was in the charge of his Kestrels and High Priest, no longer answering to the Sundom as a whole. It was no surprise then that following the liberation of Meridian, Jargon's loyalists sought refuge at Sunfall. As a fortress, it was impregnable, but cut off from the bounteous lands across the Daybrink. It was a city impoverished. So stood the stalemate in the first year of the 14th Sun King, the Radiant Avad, and so stood Sunfall. Once built to protect the Sundom from the shadow of the West, it now sheltered a worse shadow, the false Karja who dwelt within. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. Cool. So we have now officially done both of the ones of those that we had. Let us continue finding dead bodies.